Your 11 Alive Storm Tracker is committed to keeping your family safe, and we are looking at Dorian that is going to be moving in the direction of the Georgia and the Carolina coastline, scooting along the coast of Florida. A Cat 2 storm right now, and as of the 1 p.m. advisory, showing that it is finally starting to make that move to the northwest at 3 miles per hour. And you can see still a fairly well-formed storm, even though it has lost some of its complete symmetry. The eye wall hasn't, though, and that eye wall finally starting to make that move. Right now, it's about 74 miles east of Fort Pierce, so east of the Florida coastline. And as we zoom in here to Grand Bahama, you can see finally, in the last few radar frames, that eye wall is starting to make that move, that curve, that turn we've been talking about for days now. So here is where the tropical storm force winds are right now along the Florida coastline. You can see that it is expected to scoot to the north or move to the north, picking up its speed a bit. And we're expecting to see those tropical storm force winds along the coast of Georgia, so Brunswick on up into Savannah. As we head into Wednesday night, we'll certainly be watching for that. And then it continues that northerly path, northeasterly path into Charleston and Wilmington, bringing in tropical storm force winds. It should have category 2 force winds at that point, up around 100 miles per hour. As it moves to the north near Norfolk, they'll see similar conditions. And then this one a little different from Matthew, although I think this track is very similar. This one should continue its movement off to the northeast and finally die out somewhere over Nova Scotia as we head towards the weekend. Spaghetti models, they are in agreement. That gives us good confidence that this storm is going to continue on that Matthew-like track and then continue off into the northern Atlantic. Heavy rain still expected here, though, along our coastline, along the Florida coast, 3 to 4 inches. Along the Georgia coast, we could see 4 to 5 inches, and into the South Carolina coast we go with 10 to maybe even 12 inches in some spots in the extreme coastal regions of South Carolina and North Carolina and Virginia. Just north of Charleston, they could see some very heavy rain and a big storm surge as that circulation, that counterclockwise circulation, pushes that water inland there in Charleston. And nowhere for that water to go with all those rivers and inlets that drain into the sea. Hurricane reconnaissance still showing those winds in the upper levels of the storm up around 125 miles per hour at this point. And we are looking at this long-term model. This is our RPM model showing a frontal system moving in. This is actually going to help direct Dorian to the north and keep it on its northeasterly path. It's not a very strong front for us. We're still going to be hot here, but it will help direct the hurricane. Hurricanes like to follow the path of least resistance, so we do anticipate it helping to push it on up the coastline. We'll have a latest update at 2 o'clock coming from the National Hurricane Center. We'll keep you covered then. We'll talk to you later.